Okay. Um, so I'm here doing a Let's Play. I've never done a Let's Play before. This should be exciting. I am going to play a game called No One Has to Die. I've never played this game before. I don't even know anything about it. It was just on a list of links of cool psychological games to play, and I was bored, so I decided to play it. And it said it should only take like 20 minutes. So I'm going to try to play this game I've never played before, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, okay. Phoenix Corporation headquarters security has been compromised. All personnel evacuate immediately. Oh, cool. Enter. Tempest engaged. Security room locked. Emergency services contacted. ETA 3 hours 17 minutes. Okay. Visitor is logged on to the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. Hello, is anyone there? What's going on in here? Christina is logged on to the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. There's a fire, everybody evacuate the building! Steve is logged on to the Phoenix Corporation's Communication Network. Oh, it's you, Chris. This is pretty bad. I can smell smoke from here. Steve, why are you still here? I thought you'd gone home. I was working back late. Why do you care? Steve sounds like a jerk. Troy is logged on to the Phoenix Corporation's Communications Network. Lionel is logged on. Lionel. This is the CEO of the Phoenix Corporation telling everybody in the facility to evacuate the building. Security staff report in immediately. The security staff are dead! I found them lying dead in the control room. Then I saw a warning on the screen about a fire, so I logged in. Why is the visitor in the control room? What happened to them? I killed them, and I lit the fire! Oh, Troy, you jerk. Who are you? Is this a joke? There's no time for this now. Visitor, if you're in the control room, then you have to coordinate us in escaping. You'll need one of the security codes. Security codes? The code is RFTS. What? Is this some kind of game to you? Security code confirmed. Security system online. Beginning scan. Floor B3. It worked! Now you may have a very difficult choice coming up, I'm afraid. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B3. One casualty unavoidable. Candidates Troy, Steve. Oh boy. What does that mean? Our visitor's going to have to choose between keeping me or Steve alive. I trust this won't be a hard decision. Kill him, I'm not dying for him. My job here is done, I'm ready to die. The fire is growing, visitor, you will be led through how the system works. Hurry up! Urgent, please enter your security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until your decision is made. Ooh, okay. So I get to kill Troy or Steve. Water will come from here when the switch is on. Water puts out fire, but this also drowns people. Turn off the switch to stop it flowing. Okay. This fire will grow every turn. Fire cannot move through locked doors. Click a lock to lock it. You may only lock one. You click switches while a person is standing next to them to turn them on or off. Click arrows to move people. Okay, so I need to either kill Troy or Steve. Steve is suspicious to me, but Troy says that he's ready to die, so fine. Turning them on or off. Okay. Go next turn. Whoop. Murder killed today. Okay. Too many deaths! Simulation restarted. Oops. I killed the lady. Okay, let's try this. Aha. Okay, now try not to. Aha! Fire's been contained. Casualties, Troy. Okay. Phew, that was tense for a bit. Glad that's over. You talk like that when someone just died. He had it coming. He tried to kill us. Maybe I should have killed Steve. Really, I'm pretty sure he just saved you. Not his best decision. Oh, haha. So you two know each other. Yep, me and Steve have had the misfortune of working together for the last few years. Tell me about it, Chris. Don't you wish you'd gotten to work in Troy's department instead? Shouldn't you two be looking for a way out? We're not all old like you. We can walk and type, thank you very much. The main hallway's completely destroyed by fire. I can't get through. I'm having the same problem. I found a staircase up to the next floor, though. Oh, same here. There's one here, too. Shall we head up? Sure, why not? Okay, I'm heading up now. Beginning scan, floor B2. Our visitor's been very quiet. What's your story? Me? I don't work here. I was just making a delivery. In the control room. I think I'm suspicious. A delivery? Let me guess. Tires? Pop-up books? What? What kind of place is this where you can get a delivery of either tires or pop-up books and they're both relevant? Where am I working? No, stationery. Those were some strange guesses, though. What exactly do you do here? That is exactly what I'm wondering. Visitor is me. You know, that's a great question. What do we do here, Lionel? How can you not know what you do here? You work there. Steve. I know you got that message, Lionel. Forget it. I wasn't expecting an answer anyway. To be honest, no one really knows what Phoenix Corporation actually does. Well, then how do you actually get anything done? The company buys random items, toilet seats, guitars, you name it, in bulk, and then sells it all off for next to no profit. We're all almost certain it's a front. Oh, that's exciting. But it pays well, so we stay here. Well, Christina works here because nowhere else wants her, but that's different. You're being paid in blood money, Steve. Drugs and death pay your salary. How about you shut up while I ask Lionel a serious question? I want to know about the cockatiels. Cockatiels? Yeah. Oh, the cockatiel story. For nearly a year, we've been constantly getting in shipments of live cockatiels by the thousands. Goodness knows how many birds they bought. But the cockatiels were never seen again. No one knows what was done with them. It's an animal rights issue. They were stuffed with drugs and sold across the border. That's my theory. Whoa, that is weird. What was going on, Lionel? We were buying cockatiels looking for a phoenix. Well, just let the fire kill all the cockatiels and see which one survives. How do phoenixes look like cockatiels anyway? I thought that was like a completely different thing. I don't get it. You don't have to get it. That didn't even answer the question. Has anyone found anything interesting on the second floor? Nope. Nothing much here. Most of this building is reserved for storage. Shouldn't you guys all know your way around this building? Our access to the rooms here is very limited. That would be on your request, wouldn't it, Lionel? Truth be told, I rarely visit myself. I know what facilities this building contains, but I know very little about its layout. That's right, it's been in the notices for weeks that you were coming today. Was today something special? I was just dealing with some financial business. Nothing that could have encouraged arson. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B2! 1 casualty unavoidable. Candidates, Lionel, Steve. Not again! Either Lionel or Steve is going to die. As the CEO of this corporation, I must request that you save me. Don't you dare! Please save Steve! Why, Christina? You hate him, and I hate him too. I'm killing Steve. I don't know why this fire was started, but you can be sure Lionel's responsible in some way. But Steve's done nothing wrong. I'm not so sure about that. It's great to hear you sticking up for me for once, Chris, but our visitors already saved me once. It's their choice what they do this time around. Visitor, my life is in your hands. Make the right decision. Save me. You will be well compensated. This isn't about money. Shut up, both of you. It's getting hot in here. This is up to our visitor. Urgent, please enter your security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until your decision is made. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say that I want to saving you. Definitely. What happens if I do this? Let's just click it and see what happens. Okay. Okay, I can't lock that again. Aha. Yes, okay, I'm gonna save Lionel. He's got information I need. He's the guy. Death. Fire has been contained, casualties, Steve. You made the right decision. I'll make sure you won't regret it. I'm sorry, Christina, I could only save one of them. Christina? Okay, that's alright. I don't expect you to talk to me after what I've done. How are we going to get out of here with one of us not playing along? I'm sure she's still trying to get out of here. She just has a lot to deal with at the moment. Well, either way, I've found the stairs. Beginning scanning floor B1. Christina, just so you know, I understand this must be awful for you. I really am sorry. Don't beat yourself up about it. You did the right thing. Lionel, I'm killing you next. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B1. 2 casualties unavoidable. It's Christina, Lionel. 2 casualties unavoidable. No, that means we're both going to die. It's over. We've reached our ends. No, you can't both die. There's no other option. I'm afraid this is it. Good. I'd rather die than live in a world with people like you two. Christina, Lionel, I'm sorry I let you guys down. It's alright. There's nothing you could have done. He could have saved Steve instead of you. Now's not the time to squabble. Goodbye, both of you. Just because you're about to die doesn't mean you're a saint. I hope you both burn in hell. Christina, don't do this. Don't waste your final moments like this. Give me one reason why I shouldn't. Okay. Okay. There has to be some way to do this. Uh-oh. Hold on. I need to stop and fix this thing. Alright, I'm gonna start recording over on this one. Alright, so now that that's all taken care of and I'm started the oven heating for dinner, I can try to figure this out. I've been staring at this. I really can't figure out how to manage this without killing people. So yeah, everybody's gonna die. I guess they just have to all die then. Okay, he's dead. And now she's dead. Everybody's dead. Fire spread. Bad end. Oops. Mystery's not yet solved. You must explore all possibilities to find the truth. Yeah, okay, so that didn't work. Oh, you have to play it multiple times. Okay. So I guess we're playing again. Skip all this. Yes, okay, so last time we saved that guy. This time we're gonna save Steve. This is like a choose your own adventure thing, I guess. Okay, so the way we kill off Lionel is we drown him. Yeah, okay. And now we save Steve. The fire has been contained. Casualties Lionel. And this time Steve's alive. Good. Now, who's being insensitive? That was the head of our company, Chris. And you chose me over him, visitor? Don't ask me to explain my choices. It makes me sick thinking about what I just had to do. How do you think I feel? I didn't get a choice. What if I wanted to die to save Lionel? As if you would ever sacrifice yourself for anyone. And you would? No, but at least I'm upfront about it. Oh, I found a set of stairs. I'm going to head on up. I'm already on the next floor. I just didn't bother saying anything about it. That's a great story. Begin scanning floor B1. Do you think we get paid overtime for this crap? I don't know. Barely matters, though. Time and a half of what we make is still next to nothing. Maybe Troy set the fire because he was angry about all the wage cuts recently. Do you have any clue? Wait until we get out of here before you start making jokes about the deceased. Hey, I could be right for all you know. The guy was whack. It wouldn't take much to set him off. No, just stop, I mean it. See, I should have killed Steve. You know, speaking of the deceased, I've been so wrapped up in working with you guys, I almost forgot I'm in a room with 2 dead bodies. Whoa, I'd forgotten too. That's awful. What can you find out about them? I guess I should probably search them, huh? I really don't want to, though. Good luck. You must have a stronger stomach than me. Okay, I'll go look now. Back, I found a blue file in the hand of one of them. Really, what does it say? It's the security code, the one that Troy gave us. Wait, really? Why are you surprised, Chris? It would explain how Troy could tell us the code. Why would he give us the code anyway? What does he get out of it? I don't get it either. Why shoot 2 people, set a building on fire, and then try to play the hero? It makes no sense to me. Why don't we ask him? Oh, whoops. No, it's not funny. Hey, simple mistake. Chris? Chris? You've sure managed to get yourself ignored a lot. I wasn't that fussed on talking to her anyway. You too. Visitor sounds like he ships them, which is weird. Steve should have died. Okay. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B1. 1 casualty unavoidable. No! Christina or Steve? No, no! Chris, I thought I was going to make it. There's only 1 more floor to ground level. You're getting out of here, Chris. There's no way I'm letting you die. Don't you dare! Don't you even think about it! You're not sacrificing yourself for me! Chris, You know I don't mean any of the stuff I say, right? Of course I do. I'm not an idiot. You don't need to die to prove that. Good, then I'm ready. Steve, no, you don't deserve to die. No one deserves to die, Chris, especially not you. You're not going to ignore me now, are you? I just don't know what to say. Oh my goodness, this is really turning into a romance, is it? Isn't it? Holy crap. No, stop it. How about goodbye? Whatever happens, this is the last time we'll ever talk to each other. This isn't how I wanted things to go. Do you think I want to die? You don't understand! I'm sorry, you two. If I don't do something now, you'll both die. It's alright, I'm ready now. It'll be like a barbecue. Wow, Steve. Shut up, you're not going to die, is he, visitor? Our visitor knows what they're doing. They'll save you. Visitor, promise me you'll save him. Promise me! No, Christina, he should have died last time. I'm gonna kill him. Urgent, please enter your security orders. Okay. Totally killing Steve. Okay. Okay, you're gonna go up there. Unlock this. Long enough to turn that on. I'm saving you! Ah! The fire has been contained. Casualties, Steve. No. I'm so sorry. No, it's not fair. Why would you save me? Because you're the only person I don't hate in this game, Christina. Everyone else is horrible. I had to listen to one of you. You don't understand. He never hurt anyone. He was a jerk and he was shifty. I'm pretty sure he secretly had something to do with stuff. And he was just playing you for a fool. And you're being naive, Christina. And he was ready anyway, so it's better than taking you, who clearly wasn't. Neither did you! Yes, I did. Troy, Lionel, and Steve, they all died because of me. The security guards, too. Visitor, this is all my fault. I lit the fire. No, you didn't. Troy did. No, he didn't. I don't know what his deal is. I set the fire, then I killed the guards before they could do anything about it. From the start, it was all me. Oh, Christina, you sneaky. Ah. They didn't even preface that, though. There was nothing to hint to that. That came totally out of left field. It's kind of ridiculous. Christina, you know it wasn't really you, it was Troy. If it was Troy, why was he trying to save us all? I don't know, no one does. This isn't how it was meant to go. Steve wasn't meant to be here. The building was meant to be nearly empty. Let's say you did it. What was your motive? I wanted to stop whatever was going on in this building forever. And I wanted to kill Lionel before he ruined anyone's life, too. What did Lionel do? Him and his company, they killed my mother. Seriously, this is all just monologuing coming out of nowhere. It's just, what? Yeah. My mother used to work at this company. She had the same name as me. She never told me much about what they did here. She always just said, experiments. Well, one day she went to work and never came back. We ordered a search, but no one could find her. It was a week before we got a call from the Phoenix Corporation. They told us that they were so sorry and that Mom had died in an experiment. Sorry? They still wouldn't tell us what happened. And then, when they sent back her body, they sent back her body with her brain cut out. Blech. They cut out her brain so they could experiment on it. They killed my mother so they could look at her brain. Christina, I'm so sorry. I couldn't let them get away with what they were doing like that ever again. So I started working here at the company. They knew who I was, but I think they gave me a job to shut me up. Since then, I've spent who knows how long trying to figure out what they did to my mother, but I haven't gotten anywhere. It's kind of dumb. Why would they give you a job and think that would shut you up? Obviously, Christina was trying to get in and discover all their secrets. Duh! That's really obvious. What the heck? What the heck? No. When I read the notices that Lionel was going to be visiting today, I knew I had to do something. But I thought I had worked out the timing perfectly. Steve wasn't meant to be working overtime. And now he's dead. I killed him. I killed all of them. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Nothing's going to help. It'll just keep moving through this building, and when I get out, I'll be arrested, and I'll finally get what I deserve. Okay. Alright, I'm on the ground floor now. Beginning scan ground floor. To be honest, I still have no idea where I am. Most of the building is off limits normally. We take elevators down to our workspaces on floor B3, and we never see the rest of the building. What a weird way to do things. Yeah, very. It makes sense when you remember they're trying to hide the skeletons in their closet. Man, I really hope there are skeletons in the closets. I want to go into the closets just to be like, skeletons! And lady brains in jars. And cockatiels, apparently. And a phoenix. Oh, there's a blue file on the desk here. It looks like the one you found on the security guard. Another one? What's the point of that? It has a different code on it. Maybe this one would let you lock more fire doors at a time? But if I'd had that earlier, I don't even want to think about this. I'm going to keep moving. No fire detected. Hold on a sec. There's a big metal door I need to open. Alright. Okay, I'm through now. There's a sign here. It says, Tempest Entrance. What's that? No clue. There's a door here, though. It looks kind of strange. I'm going to go through. Sure, just tell me what you find. Christina has disconnected. Reason signal loss. Whoops. What? No, we were so close. Why would it drop out now? Christina! Christina, I'm coming to find you! Visitor is disconnected. Christina end. Mystery's not yet solved. You must explore all possibilities to find the truth. Okay. Yeah, so we've got to do another one. Okay. So we've seen the Christina end. That was a silly ending. Alright. Let's kill Christina. Let's see, how do I kill Christina? Okay, we need to go up here. Stop that fire from killing you. Get out of the way! I don't understand how to not kill you! You're gonna die! Too many deaths. Simulation restarted. I don't get it. How do? Oh, that's how. Of course. Okay, now she dies. Dead Christina. Okay, I ran out again. I'm gonna go put my pizza in the oven and start over. Okay, so my pizza is in the oven and Christina is dead. And now it's time to see what happens with Steve. what secrets he can divulge to us. Fire has been contained. Casualties, Christina. You know, it's really actually super convenient that we can keep going back in time and killing different people to find out the entire story. It's like, man, Visitor is some kind of super awesome time traveler and can just, like, randomly kill people and then just go back in time and undo it and kill different people until he solves all the mysteries in the world. Visitor is kind of a really twisted, scary superhero. Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't want to hear it. If you were sorry, you would have listened to me. Oh, trust me, Steve, I did. You just don't remember. Ooh. I had to make a decision. I don't expect you to be happy with what I've done. Just shut up. This is all a trick. This is a nightmare. You're still there, aren't you, Chris? If you're there, send me a message. Steve, I don't understand why you're, like, suddenly super into her. You've been, like, mean to her this entire time. And this is, like, a weird character turnaround for you. Not quite as weird as Christina having secretly done the whole thing. That was weird. Okay. You're just ignoring me again, right? Steve, I understand this must be impossible for you right now, but you need to keep moving. And what the heck is the point of that? Christina just died for you. If you don't get out of here, she'll have died for nothing. Sure, I'm gonna get out of here, and it's gonna turn out this has all been some sick joke, and Chris was waiting for me outside alive. I mean, how do I even know it was Chris who was writing those messages, right? Okay, I'm ready. I'm heading up to the ground level now. I can't wait to see her again. Begin scanning ground floor. Steve, she's not into you. You're a horrible person, and I've already killed you twice, and I'm gonna do it again in the next go-round. So, shush your face. Alright, just a little further. Oh, there's a desk here with one of those blue files you were talking about on top of it. It's another security code. Another one? But what for? I guess with this you can control more fire doors at a time. Not a lot of use now. ... Steve, are you still there? Steve? I knew it! I told you! Told me what? She's alive! Chris is alive! What? What's going on? No fire detected. So, there was a file next to the one with the security code. When I saw it, I knew I had to read it. It was titled, The Phoenix Experiment. The one with the cockatiels? Just let me explain. So I didn't get a lot of it, but here's what I understood. So, Phoenix Corps has this experiment planned where they were going to buy a lot of cockatiels and teach them to say a phrase. But every time they had enough birds for the experiment, they would just randomly decide to increase their sample size. All in all, they bought around 6 million cockatiels. That's a lot of cockatiels. How many cockatiels are there in the world? Maybe they were breeding them. That would probably help. They just had a massive, enormous, ridiculous, huge cockatiel breeding grounds, like a farm. How big of a farm would you have to be to house 6 million cockatiels? Holy crap. They stopped buying them the day something weird happened. One of the cockatiels they bought already knew the phrase they were going to teach it. Weird. Maybe whoever sold it to them probably knew what was going on and tried to mess with the experiment? Why were they trying to teach them a phrase if they were looking for a phoenix? My cat's doing something weird. Let me finish. So, they tagged this special cockatiel that already knew the phrase, and it taught the phrase to all the other cockatiels. But the experiment didn't end there. They ran each and every one of the cockatiels through some kind of machine. I wonder if it was one of their bread cockatiels. Now I'm thinking of cockatiels made out of bread. Why is English weird? It was worse than Chris had thought. They all died. All of them, except one. The bird that they'd marked. The one that already knew the phrase was fine. What kind of machine? Like a mechanical chicken separator? Cockatiel nuggets. What sort of machine works like that? I have no idea. The paper talks about very little about the machine itself, and what it does say, I don't understand. Bizarre. But how did this tell you Christina's alive? I'm sorry, I'm all over the place right now, so here's the thing. The phrase that the birds were taught, it was Christina lives. We already learned in the other one that Christina was her mom, though. Christina's mom is alive. Christina murdered everybody for nothing. Christina. Steve, are you sure you're feeling all right? I mean it. That's what it says. You can see for yourself when I show Chris. Could also just be really random. Lots of people say Christina as a name. Christina's common. Whatever. But even if it's true, we still have no idea what that phrase means. What do you mean? Christina lives. It means she's alive. Yeah, but she died today, like just 2 seconds ago, and they were teaching this phrase to cockatiels for months, possibly years? Steve, you're being irrational. But we don't understand anything about the experiment. It could mean anything. Steve? Come on, you need to keep in contact. Sorry, no time to type. I've got to find the way out so I can find Chris. See you soon. No, keep talking. Steve, come on. Steve is disconnected. Reason signal loss. Steve, what the heck have you done? I'm coming to find you. And then I disconnected. Steve ends. The mystery is not yet solved. You must explore all possibilities to find the truth. Yeah, okay, so Steve is irrational, and now I'm gonna kill him first. Bye, Steve. Death of Steve. Save that movie. Bye, Steve. Nobody likes you. The fire's been contained. Casualties, Steve. Why? Why save me? My thoughts exactly. Why did you leave Steve to die? I could only save one of them, and Troy knew the security code. He's the reason I could save anyone. We need to know what else he knows. Exactly. This is why I'm doing this now, because I have super time travel powers, and I am now super curious. So now I'm just going to kill everybody in a different order. And maybe at the end I can get that other code finally, and then travel back in time and save everybody. Ah, now we're thinking. I'm not going to do anything to save anyone from here on in. Tell me now, how did you know the security code? Visitor checked the bodies of those 2 security guards. This better not be a trick. Just do it. Fine. Well, that explains that. What did you find? One of the guards was holding a blue file with the security code Troy told us before written in it. They were? A blue file. Those contain the security codes. Each one allows you to lock another fire door. I found the code when I killed them. I thought I'd give you a fighting chance, so I told you the code. You're welcome. Why did you do this? Instead of asking all these questions, why don't you look for a way out? The main room's completely blocked by rubble is why. There should be a staircase in a room near both of you. You're right. I'm heading up now. Fine, me too. So while we're here, Lionel, could you tell me what the heck is this company is set up to do? Don't waste your breath. He's not going to tell you anything. Well, maybe you'd like to explain then. There's nothing to explain. That's a lie, and you know it. You both work here. Shouldn't you know what the company does? Seriously, I would be concerned if I was working for a company and I didn't know what it did. Like, that's a sign to not get hired. Why would you even apply for a job when you didn't know what it was? Unless you were just, like, hooked up there with a temp agency? That just seems like a really big red flag. And I don't know why It seems like everybody didn't think about that. You'd think the company mostly buys and sells things in bulk, but there's something dark going on underneath all that. Like what? Beginning scan, floor B2. Candidates Christina Troy. Huh? Don't worry just yet. Then why would you say anything? Christina, that's a nice name. It's your mother's, correct? Is Troy me? Am I Troy? Is this how I found everything out? I traveled back in time and became Troy? That would make sense. What? How could you know that? Answer me! Tell me right now! Gosh darn it! My censorship is adorable. I'm sorry. I don't have problems with people swearing. I just have trouble swearing myself. So yeah. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B2, 1 casualty unavoidable. Candidates Christina Troy. How could you know that? How could you know the code? How could you know one of us is going to die? I told you, I lit the fire. I'm behind all of this. I know everything. No, that answer's not good enough. Could we do this later? There is no later, tell me now. I'm not telling anyone anything, just let me die. Urgent, please enter your security system orders. Okay, so let's see. It's between Christina, who already told us that she's secretly behind it, or Troy, who's pretending. We've already heard Christina's story, so let's kill her. Save Troy. Flippity switch. And again. Flippity switch. Fire's been contained. Casualties, Christina. Not again! You don't sound too happy for someone who's lucky to be alive. Visitor, tell me, what would it take to get you to kill me? You can't ask someone something like that. You're mad. I've killed all these people. Of course I'm mad. Beginning scan, floor B1. You're going to have to choose between saving me or Lionel soon. Promise me you'll save Lionel. But how do you know that? It doesn't matter. All that matters is I'm a monster and I don't deserve to live. It doesn't matter. Of course it matters. I want to know too. Tell me why you did this. There's not enough time. Besides, you won't believe me. You never believe me until it's too late. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Calculations complete. Fire on B1, 1 casualty unavoidable. Candidates, Lionel Troy. It doesn't matter to save Lionel! I must concur. Please spare me. Shut up, I want to know what's going on. If I give you answers, will you let me die? If you save me, I'll tell you things Troy doesn't know. I'll tell you what we really do here. Troy, tell me. Then you could die. Okay, but I'll have to be quick. The truth is, I've been here before. What is that supposed to mean? I want to find out if Troy is secretly me. Okay. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Oh. No, I think I can do this. Maybe? Ah, yes. Oops. I did the wrong one. Oh well. I'll have another chance. I'll just do it again next time. I'm going to do all of them anyway. The fire has been contained. Casualties Troy. Accidentally. Didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Ah, excellent. You have made the right decision. I'm not sure there was a right decision. Now, you made a promise. Very well. A deal's a deal. What do you want to know? Begin scanning ground floor. I want to know Christina was talking about. What's going on in this company? Christina herself has no idea what we do here. Sorry, the recording ran out. I have to go do it again and take my pizza out of the oven. Okay. We are back, and I have pizza. So here we were. She was right about one thing, though. Here at the Phoenix Corporation, we buy and sell large stocks of cheap products just to keep the books looking busy. It's a front. There's the sound. Holy crap. Okay. Our true interest here is time travel. Well, that explains a lot, because I have now learned how to do that. I'll bet you Troy is me. I am so Troy. Okay, but I have to save that reveal until the very end then. I have to save Christina next. I have to kill Troy. Yeah. Okay, the saving Troy is the very last one. Time travel? That is indeed what I said. And you expect me to believe that? I don't care what you believe. You asked for the truth, and here it is. Now, if you'll let me continue, we in fact have a fully functional time machine in this facility. But the time machine we have constructed doesn't quite work like the ones you might see in the movies. As in, it does nothing but time, because time travel isn't real. Yes, it is, visitor. You've just done it like 3 times. Don't be silly. If you're not going to listen, I don't see why you bothered saving me. No, our time travel doesn't affect physical objects. Except me. Well, that doesn't sound very useful. What can it do? No fire detected. It can carry a person's consciousness through time. Uh-huh. Yep. I am such a time traveler, and I just keep killing people over and over and over and over. I'm a horrible person in this game. Wow. Consciousness? Their thoughts, their personality, their likes and dislikes, their experiences, and their memories. Our machine can carry those through time. You know, I don't believe a word of this. It's your own loss. So, if I was to hop in this machine and go an hour into the future, what would actually happen? Your consciousness would leave your body, and effectively, you would die. Die! At first. Then, after an hour, your consciousness would re-enter your body, and you would come back to life. Not even realizing an hour had passed. Okay, so here's the other question, though. What does all this have to do with teaching cockatiels a phrase? That's impossible! We've done it successfully. People, birds, dogs, anything with a brain can travel in our machine. But what use is that sort of time travel? Your body would start to decompose if you went forward more than a few hours. That is true. We're still experimenting with methods of preserving the body that would allow the consciousness to later re-enter it. Currently, freezing seems promising. But this is not where our true interest lies. If a person travels forward through time, they can visit distant eras and the like, but they can still only live for the 80 years their body dictates. But what if one was to travel backwards? You mean back to when they were younger? Exactly. They would retain all their memories and experiences gained over time, but they would have a younger body. Unless they were in an accident and died instantly. They could live forever. Except time paradoxes. Okay, this is where we get into like the whole problem with time travel in fiction. Because with this method, then what you'd essentially be doing is just every time somebody traveled back in time, it would completely change all of history. Because now that person is an old person trapped in a young person's body. With all of this knowledge and wisdom and memories, trying to live through the world a second time, but all they're really doing is just, now that they already know what happens, every single thing they do will change. Everything will change. So maybe by the time they grow up again, then the world will have changed enough because of their actions that this technology won't exist anymore. You know? There's just too many paradoxes. It wouldn't work. But whatever. Time travel paradoxes are confusing. Whoa. Yes, with our machine, no one has to die. They would totally still die, Lionel. Shut your face. None of your time machine shenanigans make any sense. That would be huge. But does it work? We believe so. What's that supposed to mean? Our tests traveling forward have gone exactly to plan. However, in our test, things didn't quite work so well going backwards. What happened? Our human test subject entered the machine, we activated it, her consciousness left her body, and unfortunately it never came back. She died. That's terrible. What went wrong? We've dedicated her every resource we have available to discovering the cause of this problem. Time travel paradoxes. That's what happened. I mean, if her consciousness went back in time, then her current body, the one that you have, would be dead, because her consciousness is now back in time, pushing her younger self out of her body. Lionel just doesn't know anything about time travel. He should really not be in charge of these experiments. He's stupid. And you haven't worked out what? Worked it out? We think the machine may have worked. What? How can you say that when someone died? Because they're back in time, visitor. Visitors, stop being dumb. It's an incredibly complicated concept, but I will explain it to you. First, though, you have to do something for me. I have entered the code to unlock access to the rooms on the ground floor. I'm in the Tempest room. Come meet me here. But why? Why can't you tell me now? Lionel is disconnected. Reason, signal loss. Lionel, where'd you go? I guess I have no choice now. I have to go find you. Visitor disconnected. Lionel end. Lionel's gonna kill me. Visitor, don't be dumb. Time to travel back in time again and fix it because Lionel just murdered me, clearly. Yeah. I'm gonna be dumb. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way back up here and we're gonna kill off Troy. Because I want to save Troy for last. So we're gonna do this. Yeah. So now Troy's gonna die. And Troy's dead. Now let's knock around that guy. Yes. Fires can then contain casualties, Troy. Well, I guess he finally got what he wanted. Good, the man was a maniac. He's cost my company millions already. And he killed 4 people. Christina, stop covering for yourself. It'll be 6 if you don't get out of here soon. Alright, I found the stairs. Me too. Begin scanning floor B1. I didn't mean to be so callous before. It's just, this will severely impact our operations. Don't you think that might have been the point? What do you mean by that? Troy probably wanted to stop Phoenix. Whatever messed up things you do here. I suppose that makes sense. No, impossible. Our business here is strictly confidential. Does that sound like a slip of the tongue to you, visitor? Calculations complete. 2 casualties unavoidable. Candidates, Christina, Lionel. 2 casualties unavoidable. Yep, I'm gonna kill them both. No. So neither of us is going to live. I'm afraid not. I guess that's fairest, isn't it? What? Well, why would we deserve to live when Steve and Troy had to die? Because Troy was a murderer! Oh, and here Christina's gonna confess again. And what about Steve? Well, either way, goodbye. Or maybe not. Goodbye. Goodbye. Alright. 1 second while I do this. I'm hungry, and there's pizza sitting in front of me. So I'm gonna eat some of this. Sorry you have to listen to this over the mic, but I'm not stopping the game just so I can eat dinner. Run to your death! Yeah, and they're both dead. bad end. The mystery is not yet solved. You must explore all possibilities to find the truth. Alright, now is finally time to find out if my theory is correct and we are actually Troy. Oh, it doesn't matter. You're gonna die anyway. Alright. Oh. At least the fire's getting put out. I mean, I'm flooding the building, but the fire's gone. Okay, fine. There. Fire's been contained. Casualties liable. So this is how it goes, is it? I don't know how much longer I can do this. What are you talking about? What were you saying before the chat cut out? And while we're at it, how do you know everything? And why did you light the fire? There's nothing I can do now. I may as well tell you what I know. It's getting round 4. First things first, the reason I lit the fire. I didn't. That's right, because we already know Christina did it. What? That makes no sense. Sorry, babe. Visitor really just doesn't remember what we've already learned. I don't know who really did it, though. I don't know who killed the security guards either. While we're at it, I have no idea what they do here at this company. You're full of crap. How did you know all the stuff then? How did you know the security code? No fire detected. You're probably not going to believe this. No, I know you're not going to believe this. I know the security code because I heard you read it out. Don't do that. My cat's trying to eat my pizza. You know that makes no sense. You told me before I ever read it. This time I did. This time? Or this time I did. This time? What do you mean by this time? I've been here before. I've been here 5 times before. The first time, I was in my office doing my work when suddenly the fire alarms went off. I went on the chat to find out what was happening, and Lionel explained you would need a security code to save everyone. We all scrambled around looking for a blue file before you finally found one. That's when I found out the code. Well, I guess I'm not Troy, but Troy is a time traveler. Then you had to make decisions. Steve died, Christina died, Lionel died. I was the only one left. I had to keep going. I found a room called the Tempest Entrance. I went inside, and there was a bright light, and suddenly, well, you won't believe this, but believe this, babe. Suddenly, I was back before the fire, sitting in my office. What? I don't know how, but I traveled through time. I was so glad to hear you all alive. But none of you remembered what happened. You all thought I was insane. But just like this time, because I knew the code, you thought I could save everyone. So once again, Steve died, then Christina, then Lionel. I got to the end, back to the Tempest Entrance, and it happened again. And again. And again. 5 times it's happened. That's a lot to take in. I'm not sure I believe you. If that's true, why did you say you were the arsonist? Because I just want to die. 5 times now I've watched them all die just so I can live. And for what? So I can go back and watch them die again? I wanted you to think I was evil. Who would save a murderer over an innocent life? Me. But that's just because I also time travel. And I can kill them all in different orders every time. Me, apparently. None of my plans to save the others have worked. Not one. I'm just tired. So now what? I've checked everywhere. All the doors are locked, just like last time. I have no choice. I have to go back to the start. Wait, you don't have to. The fire's contained now. If you just wait there, someone will come and find you. Oops. Ran out again. Okay, time to do this again. Okay. And we are back. And I apologize, I am still eating pizza, so you're still gonna have to listen to that. But we are going to learn things. Wait, you don't have to. The fire's contained now. If you just wait there, someone will come and find you. No, I can't let the loop end. I can't let the loop end until someone else survives. I've been through too much. I'm ready to die. Whoever makes it out of this building should want to live. But if you go back, what happens to me? What happens to this world once you go? I have no idea. Does that mean there are now 5 worlds out there in space or time or whatever? Where you just disappeared and everybody else is dead? When you put it like that, I guess you're right. But how is that possible? I guess it's as good as yours. Scooch cat, get off the game. I'm outside the Tempest entrance now. This is it. I guess so. I'll see you again soon, just you won't see me. I still can't wrap my head around this at all. Goodbye. Goodbye. Troy's disconnected. Visitors disconnected. Troy end. The end is near. The final timeline has appeared. Ooh, there's a final timeline. Okay, so here's what we know so far. Troy was just a random employee who got caught up in Lionel's time travel experiments. Christina's mother was a victim of the time travel experiments, so Christina was seeking revenge. Steve was just a random jerk. And there were cockatiels involved, apparently. Okay. I don't know what the cockatiels had to do with anything exactly. Final one. Oh, this is the one where nobody dies. Oh boy. Sweet. Okay. The final timeline. The Phoenix Corporation headquarters security has been compromised. All personnel evacuate immediately. Security room locked. Emergency services contacted. UTA 3 hours, 17 minutes. Visitor has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. Lionel, what the heck is going on here? I went into the Tempest room like you told me to, and now I'm back here in the control room. Wait. Christina is logged on to the Phoenix Communications Network. What? How did I end up here? Oh, this is everybody rebooting. Chris, you're alive. I knew you were alive. Steve, I thought you were dead. Me? Troy logged into the communications network. You guys, you remember. You finally remember. Troy, this is all just part of some trick of yours, isn't it? No, I have no idea what's going on. You think I'm going to believe you after you lit this fire? I didn't light the fire. No, sorry. I didn't light the fire. You didn't just get to change your story now. Steve, he's telling the truth. What do you mean? Lionel's logged into the communications network. Amazing! I knew this would happen sometime, somewhere. But I never thought I'd be the one to witness it. You know what's going on here? Yes, but for now, there are more pressing matters. Does anyone here have one of the security codes? I already told you mine last time, RFTS. But did anyone find any new ones? Oh, I found a blue file which said IRHH in it. I found one which said SOEE. Perfect. Visitor, I confess that just before I cut out last time we spoke, I found a file containing the code EMAS. Now quickly, enter all the codes. All right. Security code confirmed. Security system online, begin scanning floor. B3. 4 codes received. Full access granted. Full access? You can now lock 4 fire doors at a time instead of just 1. Lionel, tell us what the heck is going on here already. Why is everyone alive again? There's no way I would have enough time for that now. Calculations complete. Fire on B3, no casualties expected. No casualties expected? No one has to die! And name drop of game. There's a trope for that. Yes, now we have the security codes. We're all safe. Let's get out of here then. Okay. Boop. Aw, yeah. Everyone is alive. The fire has been contained. Cat's still looking at my pizza. Fantastic, we're all still alive. Great, but you still owe us all an explanation. How is everybody alive again? How did I end up back where I was when the fire started? Why aren't these rooms fire damaged anymore? Begin scanning floor B2. Visitor, do you remember what I told you before? Yeah, you invented a time machine. Impossible! Well, it's a bit different to a time machine, I guess. It carries your thoughts and memories through time instead of your body. Stop it. Let go. Correct so far. It works going forward, but going backwards? Calculations complete. Going backwards, you killed someone. They never returned to their body. Fire on floor B2, no casualties expected. That's the story as I told it. My person you murdered was my mother, you jerk! What? Your mother died of a brain tumor, you told me so! That was a lie. Lionel killed my mother to test some impossible time travel nonsense. So I lit the fire. I lit it to kill Lionel and wreck his corporation before they ruined any more lives. Chris, I don't believe it. I had suspected as much. Christina, your mother is not dead. What do you mean by that? I've seen her body. You took her brain. Ugh, cat, stop being troublesome. Save. Save, save, save. The fire has been contained. Lionel answers. Your mother is not dead. It is going to be hard to explain. When we sent your mother back in time, she never returned to her body. However, there was not a single fault in our logic. The machine was designed perfectly. The machine is what's in the Tempest room, right? Correct. Anyway, we conducted many experiments and eventually came to one fascinating conclusion. When our subject had traveled forward through time, the future was not set. And so time would bend to accommodate our time travel. The idea is the consciousness traveling through time would remain in its own timeline. But when traveling backwards, things are not so simple. Beginning scan floor B1. The consequences would become lost in the mess that is time and space. See, now he's starting to understand the problematicness of a time paradox. We would find a host, one which owned the consciousness, and one which existed at the time it had been sent back to, but would not always find its host in its own universe. You've lost me. Our research would suggest that there are nearly infinite amount of universes, each nearly identical, with only minute differences between them. So when Christina's mother's traveled back through time, she was not alone. Trillions of her, maybe even more, traveled too. They would land randomly into different timelines. Some would land in the same timeline, and one consciousness would override the other. In some timelines, no one would ever know that Christina's mother had even left, or that the consciousness that returned to her body wasn't from their universe. A rare few consciousnesses would land back where they began, in their own universe. But many timelines were left like here, in this universe, where Christina's mother's consciousness left this world, but no other consciousness returned to fill her body. Because of this, the body remained empty, and Christina's mother was effectively dead. But her consciousness lives on in another time, another universe. I'm not buying a word of this. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B1, no casualties expected. But it explains everything! This is why everything kept happening over and over again! This is why we're all here! Yes, it took me a while to figure out, but we've all been brought here by the Tempest Machine. Visitor, you remember a time in which you let everyone die apart from myself, correct? Yeah, then you gave me access to the Tempest Room. Well, each of these people remembers a different reality. One where they were the only survivor of the fire. That's right. I had to wait and do nothing while Chris died. I had to wait and do nothing as all of you died, time and time again. At the end of each of these realities, the survivor entered the Tempest Machine, which had had its clock set to the beginning of the disaster as a security measure. When each of us entered the machine, we were randomly shot into another universe. Some of us would have ended up back where we started, and no one else would remember what had just taken place. But there would be a few universes like this, where by chance all of us came from 5 different universes into one. And that is how we are all here together now, with memories of different futures. Whoa. But the chances of that happening would be practically zero. Actually, with as many universes as there are, it was incredibly likely. There are probably hundreds of universes in which the same thing has happened as is happening here. Nothing about this seems incredibly likely, but it's the truth. Okay. Too many dots. All right. Aw yeah, saved everybody. The fire's been contained. Hey guys, all of your paths meet up here, right? They do? I suppose they must. Beginning scan ground floor. Soon we'll be able to talk in person. No fire detected. I can't wait to see you again, Chris. I'm so glad you're safe. Stop shipping. You guys are not a good couple. She's an arsonist and a murderer, and you're a jerk. Don't be a couple. I can't either, Steve. I can't believe you're alive. You're both alive. Well, hurry up then. I'm already there. Okay, coming through now. I can see you. I'm in. Me too. Hey, is anyone gonna lock the door for me so I can come down too? Hello? Anyone? Guys, stop talking in person for a second and look at your messages, darn it. Typical. Now what do I do? Visitor? Christina, can you ask Lionel to open the door for me? No, sorry, I don't think I'll have the chance to. Something wrong? Where are you? I stepped out for a moment. I'm at the Tempest entrance. I haven't been entirely upfront with all of you. What do you mean? I've been here before. Weren't you listening to Lionel? We've all been here before. No, I've been here before. To a timeline just like this one, where we all managed to survive. Except things went a little differently that time. For instance, I asked Lionel where the controls for the Tempest machine were. Oops. I will have to finish that in a second. Okay, we're back for hopefully the final one. I've also finished my pizza now, so you can stop listening to me try to eat and talk at the same time. So where were we? Yes, Christina. For instance, I asked Lionel where the controls for the Tempest machine were, and he told me they were on floor B2, in my section of the building. Later, he explained that the machine can't send consciousnesses back before the first time it was turned on, which was when my mother was sent back for time. Ah! Cat! Get out of the cord! There. Finally. Oh my goodness, cat. My cat is being a massive little troublemaker right now. Tied a knot in my headphone cable. Cat. Okay. This is when my mother was sent back in time. So I thought I'd give things another try, and I hopped back in the Tempest machine. Don't tell me. This time, when we were on 4B2, I sent the time machine back as far as it could go, to the moment I lost my mother. I'm going back. I'm going back 3 years to find my mother. This is crazy. What if you just end up in another universe where she disappeared? Then I'll break into here. I'll travel again. What about the people who care about you in this universe? What about Steve? Who cares about Steve? You should know better than anyone what this feels like. You've had to choose one person's happiness over another's time and time again. In the timeline you came from, you even chose to kill me. I wish I could have Steve and my mother both at once, but I don't have that choice. Don't have Steve. Go find your mother. Go. I've spent too long wishing she was with me to turn back now. Besides, in this world, I'm a murderer and an arsonist. There's no place for me here. Christina, you're not going to stop me, are you? No, I'm not. Tell Steve I'm sorry and that I love him. Tell him that I hope we meet again somewhere, sometime. But for now, goodbye. Goodbye and good luck. Thanks. I think I'll need it. I'd rather end up with Christina than have Steve do it. Or Troy. Steve's not worth it. And that's it. The end. I finally reached the end. Okay. So that was No One Has to Die. That was fun. Besides the time paradoxes and Christina being completely incapable of staying in character, and Steve being incapable of staying in character, and I still don't really understand what was up with all the cockatiels. But it was still fun. I liked that they forced you to take every single possible ending before you could actually finish the game. So it's kind of like in the Choose Your Own Adventure books when you flip through the books and then you die and you're like, no, but I don't want to end the story yet. So you switch back to the one you just did and take a different ending to see if you can find the good ending. Only this time it was legitimate. They actually made you do it. You didn't get a choice. So that was fun that you had to see all of it before they let it end. No One Has to Die. Fun times. And this was also my very first Let's Play, which was fun. I think I need to do more of these. Yeah. As long as my cat doesn't keep being a problem. Okie dokie.